Welcome in hour number 2 of Fitz the Bill right here on 106.1 ESPN Richmond, the ESPN Richmond app, ESPNRichmond.com. We're also streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you want to watch the stream, just type in ESPN Richmond. We should pop right on up. You can watch, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that fun stuff. And, of course, you can be part of the show by calling or texting in here in hour number 2, the Radke Insurance phone line. 804-327-0888. Head on over to radkeyinsurance.com to get started on your free quote today, and that is where we start off hour number 2. We've got a comedian coming to perform at the Funny Bone on September 13th. Tim Shropshire. Tim, good Wednesday morning. How we doing?
What's up, my brother? How you feeling?
Hey, we're doing fantastic. How's preparation coming? Are you on the road right now, getting ready for doing some dates before your show here at the Funny Bone on September 13th?
Yes. I'm East Coast. I'm from North Carolina, but I'm headed to the West Coast right before the show. In about 2 weeks, I'm in London, England, for the first time headlining in London. Then we go to Phoenix, Arizona. Then we're headed to Burbank, California, then San Diego, California, and then we're headed to the mighty city of Richmond. And I can't wait, my friend.
I love it. You mentioned you're from North Carolina. I was talking with our friend Darian. He was saying you play football at NC A&T. So walk me through it. I just want to get a quick glimpse of your life. Walk me through how we go from football player at NC A&T into the comedy world. How does that transition happen?
Well, it's only one way to explain it. When you lose almost every single game in 4 years, you got to laugh about something. So that's what birthed the comedy. We had to have some type of sense of joy to make sure we don't fall into deep depression. So, comedy started 2006 in Greensboro, North Carolina, right there in the locker room, and at North Carolina A&T, man. So we've been rocking, doing stand-up ever since.
I love it. So you got the start down there in Greensboro. You think of like quote-unquote traditional cities, although in today's day and age with social media and everything, those traditional cities I think are becoming less and less important. But coming up through Greensboro, a quote-unquote non-traditional city, how'd that compare to maybe what it would have been in a New York City or L.A.?
Oh, man, it's a different vibe, you know. For me, I did clean comedy, so there's churches all over the country. So I was booked in a lot of churches across the U.S. and abroad. So that kind of really got my start. And I really didn't get my touch of going to various cities and clubs until about 2019 is when I realized, like, hey, man, comedy in D.C. is totally different. Comedy in L.A. is a different ball game. Comedy in New York, oh, boy, man. So that really taught me a lot, just kind of getting around. But Greensboro gave me my roots, you know. I started in the fellowship halls of churches, and now we're doing comedy clubs and theaters.
Tim Shropshire joining us, a comedian coming to perform at the Funny Bone on September 13th. You can get your tickets over on Funny Bone's website. Walk me through that, Tim, though, churches against comedy clubs, because those are two vastly different atmospheres, I think you could say. One's got, the steeple, the massive ceilings. You got the stained glass coming in, if those are the types of churches you're doing. And then, clubs, they're dark.
Yeah, they both serve wine. They both serve wine, but it's a different wine. But it's two totally different just facilities and auras as well, too, from a church to a club. But the cool thing about it, one of my buddies in comedy says that he was like, hey, I want to be clean enough for a church but funny enough for a club. And I kind of take that same principle for myself as well, and being able to make, families laugh, but also make some tough guys laugh in the comedy club with his homegirl or with his boo. And we can make you laugh as well, too, no matter where we're at. But it is two different vibes. It is two different vibes. But the beauty about what I do in stand-up is I don't really change it up. I keep the same vibe. I cut up the same way. If I'm in a church or if I'm in Harlem, New York, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do our same set. So same vibe.
So you've also gotten over 500 million views online on your Instagram, Tim Shrop Comedy.
Yeah. That's great.
you said you started comedy in the locker room NC A&T while you guys were losing a whole heck of a lot of games. We don't have to revisit that too much. I don't want to reopen that wound. But walk me through, in today's day and age, it's just so interesting. From 2006 to where we are now, you started as a stand-up and then kind of worked your way into the social media space. Is that how things kind of went for you? And then you've just kind of blown up with over 500 million views online?
Honestly, that's what it is. I started doing stand-up, and I wasn't performing. And, again, I'm doing churches. So churches and nursing homes, that's what I felt like I was getting booked at, and I felt like it was like the Jokes and Applesauce tour for me. And I really didn't do too much of traveling heavy. And so I honestly was driving down the road coming from Greenville or Goldsboro, North Carolina, and I was like, God, I want to travel the world. And I want to do stand-up. I'm going to be an international and national comedian. And I really felt impressed. I'm like, God, just impressed on my heart to make videos. It felt like the weirdest thing to do because, like, who going to watch this big old black dude with no neck make videos? But I finally made my videos in 2017. My third video took off, went viral, hit like 4.5 million views. And still to this day, I get booked off of that one video from 2017. And we've been running ever since. We've right at 1.9 million followers across all platforms, and like you said, almost over 500 million views, which is crazy to me to be able to reach that wide.
Man, social media is pretty cool. Social media is pretty fun. So it was your third video that took off?
My third video. My daughter unfortunately choked on a chicken wing. She's fine. She's good to go now. But the thing about that chicken wing, she didn't finish it, and I was just consumed with joy that I can get my wing back. And I realized in that moment I'm greedy, and two, that is crazy. Let's make a video about it. And that was that, man. That video about my daughter choking on a chicken wing, which is crazy for a father to say, to be happy that he got his chicken back. But that was honey barbecue fried hard with 2 ranches on the side. I was grateful to get that wing back. It was 9.5 wings. She ate half of that bad boy. But I made a video about it, and it took off like no video has ever done.
Hey, I'd be in the same. Only difference between you and me on that one, I would have blue cheese on the side, not ranch, but I think I would have done the exact same thing.
You. I got you. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Blue cheese. I have elevated the blue cheese just a little bit.
All right. That's an ongoing debate we have on this show is the ranch versus blue cheese debate. So do you stand? Which side do you fully stand on? If you had to plant your flag on one of the sides.
Well, I'm big on is it homemade or not? It got to be like homemade. I'll take that over anything. If you got a homemade blue cheese, I'm gonna try it. But if I go buffalo wings, I'm automatically going to do a blue cheese. I'm going to do a blue cheese.
I respect it. So here on this show, we go out to high school football games. We do what we call the Fitz the Bill food reviews. And look, we're trying to get like you and get 4.5 million views on one of these eventually because we're going around. We're trying the concession stand food at these high school football games here in Richmond, Virginia. Ouch. Hey, you're here around September 13th. If you want to come out to one of them, we'll show you what a good fried pork chop will do to your soul. But,
y'all acting like that on a Friday night? Fried pork chop sandwiches?
Oh, we've got it all. You name it, and we've been eating it at these food reviews. We had a whole.
I thought you was gonna say Domino's. I didn't know you was gonna say double pepperoni.
We got to get you hip to the 804 high school football scene because they ain't doing Domino's. They ain't do. It's fried pork chops, fried fish, fried chicken wings. You name it, they've got it.
Don't make me volunteer. I got a whistle. Don't make me volunteer.
We'll get you as the 7th ref on the field, and we'll pay you in fried pork chops and fried chicken wings. But look, I'm trying to get like you and have 4.5 million views on one of these posts this year. What do we got to do? Do I have to choke on it? Does my producer have to choke on the chicken wing? How do we get 4.5 million?
I'm too country to choke on chicken wings and pork chops.
First of all, you too old to be choking on chicken, so we can't have you choking on chicken. Because, we choke at this age, we might not make it through the cough, So I would say my signature, if the food is good, run. So I would say this. If the food is hit, that pork chop sandwich got the right crisp on it and is juicy, You need to bite it and run smack dab to the middle of the field while the game is going on. That's how you get $4.5 million. Yes. In the middle of I'm talking about third quarter, run beeline straight to the 50-yard line. And I promise you, you'll go viral. And you may go to jail, but you will go viral. I promise you.
Worth it. I'd say that's worth it. You know, virality is greater than a night in cuffs because you ran into the 50-yard line at a high school football game. Might just have to talk with the athletic director, get it passed, and then that way we could just do it. I mean, I feel like this is why I brought you on. I needed the viral tips on how we could get that going. I'm talking about knees. I'm talking knees all the way up, running full sprint after your bite, full sprint 50-yard line. And I promise you, you'll be on ESPN.com. I promise you, as well as the Richmond County, Richmond Police Department. They'll be there for you as well too. But I come visit you. I put something on your bill. That's what I do. Tim, if I ran full speed, knees up, going to the midfield, if I started in the third quarter, I'm a big guy too. I think I'd get to midfield at about the fourth quarter, the kickoff at the start of the fourth quarter.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. But look, I can give it a try. I can give it a try.
Goes to overtime.
Yeah.
Hopefully the game goes to overtime. You'll get there. I promise you.
That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're hoping for. But I'm gonna take that note down, and we're gonna try and get that going. Next time we have a delicious fried pork chop at one of these games. Tim, what can
I really got to come visit, though. I really got to come visit, though.
You're here September 13th. You're at the Funny Bone. It's over in Short Pump. It's a great venue. I was actually there last night watching a show. What can people expect when they get a ticket to come see you on September 13th out at the Funny Bone?
Man, I tell everybody when I'm on stage, I don't have any jokes to tell. I just have stories to share with you. I'm just a family guy that loves talking about my family life experiences. Our God been so gracious to a little country boy from Fayetteville, North Carolina, and it's just like sitting in the living room having a good laugh. And so it's just a chance to sit back, relax, enjoy life, and reflect, and laugh real good. That's all you can expect from a Tim Shropp show.
I love it, Tim. We really appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy all of the dates. Enjoy London, everything that you've got coming up before September 13th. And we hope to get you out to maybe a fried pork chop game. Sorry, a high school football game. We won't call it a fried pork chop game, but we'll try to get you out there, Tim. You have a great rest of your day. Appreciate your time.
Sir. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you.
Of course. There goes Tim Shropshire, comedian. You can check him out on Instagram at Tim Shropp Comedy. That's SHROP. Tim Shropp Comedy. You can find tickets, more information, other dates for him is timshroppcomedy.com, and you can get tickets for his show September 13th over on Funny Bone's website. You can just Google Funny Bone Richmond. They'll pop up. You can scroll down a little bit, and you'll see his face. You'll see his name, and you can buy tickets just over, 2 months away. So excited to have that. Maybe bring Tim on the show again right before that show, and maybe bring him a fried pork chop sandwich. Maybe we'll get Huguenot, the Finger Fixins crew, to maybe
I was going to say, we could definitely hit up Finger Fixin for a pork chop sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, we don't even have to wait for him. Honestly, Finger Fixin, you can come. Hey, look, at asandage85.
Well, I was looking at the schedules. I think we already know what week 1 game we're going to be at.
I think we do, too.
I think it's Huguenot Highland Springs.
I'm pretty sure it's Huguenot Highland Springs.
I forget which one is the host. I forget who's having it. But regardless, we either going to the number 1 food place or we going to the number 2 food place.
I know. I don't think there's a loser in that one.
Here we are. We're talking about it's July 8th. We're talking about the food of the game. Not that it's going to be maybe one of the best games in the 804 of the season. No, we're ready for the food of it all.
Oh, my God. They're already rooting for you on the text. Run, Fitz, run. Brother, listen. At Huguenot and Highland Springs, no matter the venue, if you get out there on that field,
Coach Scott or Coach Johnson will tackle me.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to go viral, but you're going to be in a lot of pain.
I do like that. Maybe we do it in the pregame warm-ups.
No, we are not doing it.
You do it right with me.
No, I will gladly sit that one out.
Who could win a sprint, a 100-yard sprint? You or me? Probably you.
Yeah, I'd be probably me, but I ain't got but one in
You've been working with Game Day Men's Health. They got you right. they haven't been getting me right over here on this side of the glass.
I can still do straight line speed a little bit.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do any of this.
That's all I got is straight line. Don't ask me to make any cuts.
Hey, I played flag football, intramural flag football when I was down in Charlotte. Bro, I blew out my thigh. Like every time I'd play, the straight line speed, it was bad. It was bad. I realized I'm a little old. I'm not 30 yet, but I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there.
Hilarious, man.
But appreciate Tim for stopping by to chat about that. His upcoming show, September 13th, here in RVA. He's got another date up in Washington, D.C. If you want to make a weekend out of it, make a couple days out of it, go up to D.C., see him up there. I think he's at the D.C. Improv in D.C. Yeah. But September 13th, he'll be at the Funny Bone. I was at the Funny Bone last night. Watched Winston Hodges. Did you watch? You don't watch TV now.
I've performed at the Funny Bone.
You performed, but they had a guy who was on that Kevin Hart comedy special, Funny AF.
Mm-hmm.
It was he was pretty funny.
No, they do good shows at the Funny Bone. I probably still know the showrunner. But yeah, I love the venue. It's actually a pretty fun venue to perform at, because you truly can't see past the first row when the lights are on.
So even I got there last night at the show started, so that the host of the show starts at 7. We got there at 7:05, running a little bit late. They had turned the lights off, man. I thought I was going to die when they took us to our seats, because you could not see anything.
I don't know how those folks can still see in the dark. I know we had went through like the show lineup and stuff, and we had practiced. But it was totally different, and because it was the graduation show for my comedy school, so we had probably like close to 200 people there, and so it appeared packed because it's an intimate venue.
Yeah.
But man, like when you got on stage and the actual lights were
and you
on,
can't see anything.
Yeah, I could see the DJ booth in the back, and when I got to the top of the stairs, he disappeared. And that was like, all right, well, I guess we're doing this.
It's some light. It's bright light, and literally you can only see the people right on the stage.
Yep, you can only see those like 5 or 6 in front of you, and you hope they laugh, because otherwise you don't know what's going on.
You either hear the laughs or you see them laughing.
It's funny. I've been at stadiums like when we went to the game at Texas versus Alabama. It was like 102,000 people there. And we were actually down on the field. Obviously, they're not there to see me, but we were down on the field. And it was not nearly as intimidating as standing in front of a crowd of like 200 people and having to try to make them laugh.
Wow. That's crazy.
Very nerve-wracking.
But, Tim, it's richmond.funnybone.com. You can check it out. You can see their full list of everyone. He's coming here on September 13th. Give him a follow. Tim Schropp Comedy on Instagram, timschroppcomedy.com as well to see all of his dates. Again, appreciate his time. We'll get a quick break in, come back. Joey McGuire, he's talking about adversity and moving on from the Sorsby situation. Big 12 Media Day, it's already given us a ton of content. ACC Kickoff, ACC Media Day, guess what? That's coming up a week from today. We've booked a ton of great guests, and we'll have more coming on. We've confirmed with Coach Bill O'Brien for our Thursday show. We've got NC State's Dave Doran. He's joining us on the Wednesday show. We've got some guys joining from Wake Forest live on the show. Then we'll be catching up with the UVA team. We'll be catching up with Virginia Tech with some ESPN personalities throughout. We'll play those pre-recorded interviews throughout. ACC Kickoff starts next Wednesday. We've got a really, really fun segment we're going to do with some of the coaches and players, brought to you by Graybo's over in Scott's Addition. I cannot wait for it. I've already started planning. I'm trying to find the most obscure NFL player that one of these coaches coached. That's the goal. I'm trying to find like Wayne Gallman. I think Tony Elliott was the running back coach at Clemson. One of the coaches I'm talking to was a running back coach, and I got to pull up the thing. I'm like, maybe I go Andre Ellington. Maybe I go Wayne Gallman, and we just talk about Wayne Gallman highlights. I think that could be a pretty fun segment. But ACC Kickoff is next Wednesday. So starting at around 9:30-ish, it's going to be one of our segments in hour number 2 every single day leading up to ACC Kickoff. We're calling it One Big Thing. And every day we're talking about one big thing we are interested in learning more about while we're down at ACC Kickoff. That's coming up in a little bit here in hour number 2. Stay with us.